So there were some people in the school hall attending a talk. 70% of the people were adults, while 3/5 of the children were girls. There were 174 more adults than boys. So here we are going to have adults, children, who will be split up into boys and girls. Alright? So since the adults were 70%, that means that the children took up 30% of the remaining. So then the ratio of adults to children will simply be 7 to 3. Right? Since it was 70% and 30%. Now we also know that 3/5 of the children were girls. So that means out of the children, the ratio of the boys to girls will be 2 to 3. Alright? Now to combine this ratio, since we know that this 3 is referring to boys and girls, and 2 to 3 also refers to boys and girls, so they must have the same total. So this total is 5, or this is 3. So to take the lowest common multiple of 3 and 5, that will be 15. So this entire ratio has to multiply by 5, so we have a 15 over here. And this lower ratio will multiply by 3. So 7 times 5 gives us 35 units, while 2 times 3 gives us 6 units, and 3 times 3 gives us 9 units. Alright, so now we have the overall ratio of adults to the boys to the girls. And we know that there were 174 more adults than boys. So this difference between adults and boys, the difference between 35 units and 6 units, that will be 29 units, which is 174. So 1 unit will be 174 divided by 29, which will give us 6. So now we can find the number of adults there were, which will be 35 units. So 6 multiplying by 35 will give us 210 adults. As for the children, a total of 6 units and 9 units, that will be 15 units, which is 6 multiplying by 15. That will give us 90 children in total, right? Including both the boys and girls. So we know that the question says after 84 adults entered the hall, so 82 adults entered the hall, and some children left the hall. Percentage of the children became 20%, while the adults must take up the remaining 80%. So since we already know the number of adults was 210 at first, after increasing by 82 adults, there will be 292 adults, which is 80% of the number of people. So if 80% was 292, to find the number of children, which was 20%, that will be simply dividing by 4. So 292 dividing by 4 will give us 73, which is the number of children, right, after some children left the hall. So at first there were 90 children, in the end there were 73 children. So number of children who left the hall will be 90 subtracting off 73, giving us our answer of 17 children.